probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. All the United States is asking for is a place called Greenland.
It was imperial cosplay, really. I mean, promising not to seize Greenland by force while hinting at consequences if Denmark refuses is mafia logic, isn't it? It's not diplomacy. It's a nice island you've got there. Shame if something happened to it. I think that's the point he was trying to make. My name's Christopher Buckton. I'm the US editor of The Mirror.
For Denmark, big, beautiful piece of ice. It's hard to call it land. It's a big piece of ice.
For someone who's followed Trump so closely for the last, 10, 12 years, there was no surprises there. But it's completely bonkers. Let's be clear in that. Even for Trump, I mean, every time you think this guy's finally located the absolute bottom, he arrives with a shovel and digs deeper. And that's what he's done in Davos. The contradictions, the threats, wrapped up in jokes, the boastful self-mythology. It feels less like leadership and more like human unraveling on the world stage, mistaking attention for authority. I think it's very dangerous, the world we see now with Trump as the leader of the free world.
Sitting undefended in a key strategic location between the United States, Russia, and China. That's exactly where it is, right smack in the middle.
I think, to be honest, this is going to be branded as, military cooperation, rebranded as triumph, existing arrangements dressed up as innovation, and vague language Trump can spin dressed up as a conquest of Europe, while Europe insists that nothing has changed, really. I don't think there's a great win for Trump in this. I mean, when he gets back to Washington, he'll tell his MAGA base that he's made great strides into Europe, but the reality is, I think, very different for him.
No such thing as rare earth. There's rare processing, but there's so much rare earth. And to get to this rare earth, you got to go through hundreds of feet of ice. That's not the reason we need it. We need it for strategic national security and international security.
There's various rumours as to what he wants in Greenland. What's interesting is what's coming out of the States now about who would like some ties to Greenland. That is his billionaire business pals. In fact, one of the guys from the Estee Lauder fortune has businesses in ties to Greenland already. So there's a fear that there's other areas at stake as to why Greenland is so important rather than just a strategic military operation.
We probably won't get anything unless I decide to use excessive strength and force where we would be, frankly, unstoppable. But I won't do that.
The tirades are coming fast and furious, aren't they? I think if you're currently sat in Cuba, if you're currently sat in Colombia right now, I wouldn't put it past him to try and flex his military might there. As for Europe, I think Europe, for the time being, I think the European leaders have come together strong enough to ward off any potential threat from him at the moment regarding Greenland. But time will tell. I don't think he's done by any means. I think the way Trump's speaking at the minute, I think Europe would be foolish to rely on him. You don't have to look at what's going on in the Ukraine, and he's flip-flopping between backing Putin and then coming to the table with Zelensky. That's a real concern. I think we're going to see so much in the next, what is it now, 8 months, 9 months to the midterm elections in November. I think that's key for him. He's undoubtedly going to lose the House of Congress to a Democratic majority. I think the reality is he could also lose the Senate. Whether he loses the Senate enough to give them a 2/3 majority if he's impeached again is another question. But I think you're going to start seeing Republicans breaking away now from Trump because they realise that he's only got 3 years left if he stays in power, and what's left for them at the end of it.